Good morning. Welcome to Just for Today, a time of eclectic reading, sharing of perspectives, meditation, and prayer. I'm Reverend Rafe Ellis, Senior Minister and Spiritual Leader of the newly joined Centers for Spiritual Living of Columbia and Greater Baltimore. Today is August 13th. And this morning I'm reading from No Ordinary Moments, A Peaceful Warrior's Guide to Daily Life by Don Millman, author of Way of the Peaceful Warrior. And I opened it up to page 230, and so we're going to start reading at the bottom of page 230 into 231. Forgiving our shadows. The worst prison of our psyches, a dark hole of misery, is a feeling of unworthiness, of self-anger or self-hatred. Bad people don't go to hell. They are already in hell. That's why they act so badly. I deeply believe that people can't cause more suffering than they themselves already feel inside. Only disturbed people end up disturbing others. The criminals in our society tend to reflect in exaggerated form our own shadow sides. As morally and emotionally satisfying as it may feel to shake our heads and condemn those who commit particularly violent or cruel crimes, we need to remind ourselves that it was a lack of love and self-worth that helped create that criminal in the first place. Who needs love more? Love doesn't mean allowing criminals to continue acts that hurt others and increase their own benumbed suffering. We absolutely must stop them from further offenses, but at the same time, no matter how awful or unrepentant their personalities, we need to love the souls beneath. Once we forgive the shadows in others and in ourselves, we can truly be of service out of a deep sense of self-worth. Now, I don't know exactly when this book was written, but I know it was a while ago. And here we are, still dancing with the same dilemma. Still finding ourselves in even more deeply divided society. Even more in the camps of us versus them. And all, let me see if I can fix that. Nope. Huh. All right, let me see. Do not adjust your sets. That is my camera. Oh my goodness. So here's the thing. Let me keep talking while I do this. And coming right back, I think we'll have it. There we go. Thank you for your patience. We talk in metaphysics a lot about oneness, and yet we rail against other people, which indicates we have no idea what oneness really means. Because if we really understood oneness, we would understand that there is no such thing as self-righteousness in oneness. That for me to condemn you or anybody else is to condemn myself. For me to hate anyone else is for me to hate myself and everybody else. See, that's the part we don't get in oneness. When we equate people's behavior with who they fundamentally are, we make everybody and everything that fundamental thing. And it's simply inaccurate. We have to heal what's operating in our own thoughts in order to fully participate in the healing of the whole body. It's like in our physical body, if we have a bacterial infection, we treat the bacteria. We heal the bacteria cells so the whole body feels better. Our thoughts of separation are the bacteria cells. They are what's infecting our lives. The divisiveness, the us versus them, the good, bad. Yes, some of that is helpful and necessary in this human realm. And none of it has a place in the spiritual realm. And so are we willing to be in the world and not of the world? Are we willing to move past the limitations of our human conditioning to something greater? Are we willing to stop arguing for our limitations? Are we willing to live into a deeper understanding and experience of the oneness that we proclaim to believe in? I hope so. I know that ultimately all I can do is be an example of that. Do things like this, struggle with my own shadows. And I will close with this. Shadows are just blocked light. Right? If you put an object and a light over top of it, when that light is in perfect alignment with that object, there's no shadow. Like, try it. Try it at home. See, play with it. There is a point where there's a perfect alignment between the light and the object, to where there's no shadow. And what that teaches me is that ultimately my journey is to bring my objective self, my human self, into perfect alignment with the light of my spiritual self. And in that moment, there will be no shadow. That's the journey. I still have shadows. And it's okay. I hope you can let it be okay that you still have shadows too, and participate in that process of alignment rather than consenting to live in the shadows. So I'm just going to read this last paragraph and take us into our meditation time. Love doesn't mean allowing criminals to continue acts that hurt others and increase their own benumbed suffering. We absolutely must stop them from further offenses. But at the same time, no matter how awful or unrepentant their personalities, we need to love the souls beneath. Once we forgive the shadows in others and in ourselves, we can truly be of service out of a deep sense of self-worth. There is only one. One power, one presence, one life, one love, one mind, whatever name we call it. There's one. It is the substance of all that is. It has always existed, existing out of and within itself, self-existent. It is everywhere present, having no circumference. It is everywhere present. Having no beginning, it has no end. It simply is eternal. Always has been, always will be, is now. And I know that I am that in form, and I know that what is true of me is true of everything in this physical realm, every body, everything, and all that is unseen, holding it all together. All of it is this one. That truly to understand oneness is to see the divine self beyond the human self, to see divinity everywhere I look, from the mirror to everywhere I look outside of me. To know that every place I look, I see God, life. The great mystery, whatever name I'm calling it in the moment. The one is all I ever see and all that is ever there to experience. I take ownership that what changes my experience of the allness of life is simply what I tell myself about it. And so I claim and affirm that my thoughts, the object out of alignment with the light, are coming into alignment with the light. That I own the shadows so that I know which direction to move, to align with the light that is the truth of being. That I participate in the healing of life by healing my own shadows first, by aligning my own thoughts with light first, by owning every misunderstanding that is in the way of truth, and doing the exploration, being open and willing to learn in order to align, in order to heal my awareness and use of mind, in order to release, to transform the conditioned thinking of humanity that separates me from the truth of one, the truth of being. I say yes to life. I say yes to the work in this human realm to make real, to realize the truth of my being. As I know the truth of my being, I know the truth of all being. I begin with me. And I celebrate. I celebrate that the word spoken is the word fulfilled, and so I know that life has already responded yes to the desire of the heart to be in alignment, to walk in alignment, to live in alignment, to interact in alignment, in the harmonious operation of one, to truly know and experience the depth of one. It has already responded, yes, beloved, yes, it is done. And so it is in this celebration, in this place of receiving what is, that I confidently, comfortably release my word. Let it go. Release it from all of the doubt and fear. I release. I let go. And I receive what is. Ashe. Shalom. Aho. Amin. Amen. And so it is. Namaste.